हेलो दोस्तों, विशिष्ट शॉर्ट हैंड चैनल पर आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। प्लीज़ चैनल को लाइक, सब्सक्राइब और शेयर करें ताकि नई नई डिक्टेशन आप सभी तक जल्दी जल्दी पहुंच सकें और जल्दी से जल्दी आप सिलेक्शन पा सकें।
Start. The synopsis, which is given by the research scholars, has to go to the language cell, which will pass it on the academic and research department. 15 copies each of the synopsis have to be given to the academic and research departments who select the subjects of research. The scope and the necessity of the research has to be given in the synopsis. The academic department may select new research topics which are required in the new age of science. This will also help the research scholars to get jobs of research fellows easily. So, it is necessary for research scholars to be in touch with the head of the research department on the subject and get his advice. They will have to justify the hasty step which they took in this case. She refused to testify the case which was disposed of today by the jury as it was unnoticed. Honesty is the best policy, but can lawyers be influenced by this? My youngest son influenced him to remove all the posters of the wall facing my house. This post was also refused to him since he had lost the faith of his minister. The stockist lost the case as his solicitors missed the date of appeal of the case. If you wish to help the artist, columnist, or the best scientist of India, you will have to enthuse and induce them to have a thorough study of the subjects which they wish to pursue. For this purpose, the states should earmark money which must be given to the research scholars in various subjects of study. The business houses should also engage themselves in this task by earmarking enough money out of its annual receipts or income. Such a step will boost the morale of artists, scientists, and the columnists who feel helpless in going ahead with the ideas or research schemes they have. The best thing would be to test the abilities of the artist or the scientist. The big business houses who were supposed to invest in the saving schemes were ready to go ahead. But the small business houses showed unwillingness for the smaller schemes in the absence of the staff and monetary help supposed to be given by the government, who will bear the cost of pay and allowances of post office staff, which may be successful or a failure. So, in the absence of investors, the schemes must be discussed by the postmasters. We are happy to announce our sales policy for the next year. Our branch manager is proceeding on tour to your place in April. We will be thankful if you clear your dues by the close of this year. As you are aware, during the last few months, we delivered to you many items and you were given full liberty to either pay our bills in cash or by crossed checks. But we regret deeply and are unhappy to write to you on this subject. We hope you will be equally worried for this type of lapse on your side in our business dealings and will try to clear our bills and settle all issues with our branch manager positively. Can you tell me how many states are today in India, which is the biggest and the largest state assembly in India, and the name of its presiding officer? Can the proceedings of a state assembly or its council be brought to the notice of the people by the press if the chair rules it out? What are the special privileges and liberties of the members of the assemblies in India? Members can take the press to task for any breach of privilege. If any paper does it, it has to express regret for such a lapse. The House takes proper care for the rights and privileges of its members. Last year, the Railway Minister spoke on the role of safety measures because of overcrowding in the railways. But since no resources were available, the revenues of railways decreased. The number of workshops for repair were increased in 3 zonal railways, and money was available for renewal of tracks. I totally disagree with Mr. Grover and I am surprised at his remarks. The value of the property is far from reality and is very much on the higher side. We were very much surprised to hear the remarks of some people on our cricket players. The doctors have a scare duty which is distinct from engineers, scientists, artists, etc. Morally, you have no right to recall him from his studies in this school. People who believe in duty for the cause of humanity always believe in Almighty. The figures given by the business houses are incorrect. These are to be finalized by the auditors before placing them on the agenda, which is to be put before the regional advisory body. The manner in which the date is fixed is also improper since it is necessary to issue a circular to all members of the body to invite their views on the items to be discussed in the agenda. So, the protest of some members is correct, and I very much like to correct the procedure to be followed. However, this time the official who were taking wrong steps may be excused if they are ready to apologize for their lapses. They should be fully aware of the rules and procedures to be followed in official dealings, and if necessary, they should be given a refresher course. Sir, I am afraid our endeavors to invest more money on this scheme will be futile unless the dealers' members remember their promises and fulfill their task. Whatever facilities are given to our customers can be useful to them if they keep proper business terms with us and fulfill the promises in lieu of the facilities given to them. We hope these will be remembered by every dealer. We can assure our dealers for our engineering services to be always available in every city, howsoever small it may be. Having assessed their requirements, we will try to increase the services of our engineers. Sir, I am thankful to the Honorable Minister for giving us various reasons for the delay in solving the cases of the pay scales of Army personnel for the last 5 years. The purpose of this discussion is to solve the cases of arrears of pay and allowances of those people who are either on the rolls of the army or are retired hanging for the last many years. I think everybody here in this house or outside is with our army personnel and their families. All of us wish to solve this crisis, and we hope the minister will do this work as early as possible. The minister is willing to share the views of the government with the members as to what they are doing for the welfare of our army personnel since he took over the charge of this department last year. He has a limited role of fixing the pay and allowances of our three services: Army, Navy, and Air Force, and settle their due claims and do justice to them as soon as possible. It is very important to know whether improvement is possible in the quality of these pumps. Nothing is impossible on this earth if the scientists try their best. The scientists and engineers have to acquire the know how to set up a steel factory here. Wherever you go, you will see large camps of college boys and girls. If you imposed heavy penalties on tax dollars, it will surely improve the state revenues. It was unquestionable to challenge the areas of pay of the employees. The improvement in the quality of these booster pumps is admirable, and we hope the importance of the quality will be realized by the purchasers. Wherever you go, you will come across our traders and their workshops for quick service and repair. In the last quarter at Gwalior, our engineers had to repair 30 booster pumps free of charge. The farmers, whether big or small, were happy with our service. Our customers are advised to approach our dealers for quick service whenever they require it. While dealers have fixed quota for quarterly service, it is possible to increase it wherever necessary. Now, where we have come across any request for changing our dealers or service engineers, we are ready to offer free service to our customers through our traders wheresoever they are placed and whereinsoever they require it. With the latest possible improvements in the pumps, we hope there will be no cause for worry to our customers. We request you to inquire from the customers whether they wish to have the monthly services of our engineers through our traders. However, we wish to assure you on the importance of quality and the services we have given you during these years. No penalty was ever imposed on us, nor anybody raised any questions on our services or the quality of our booster pumps or our engineers. Realizing the importance of our business dealings, all the bills were quickly paid. There were 9 long iron bars lying in the godown. I will join you in the evening training at 10 o'clock today. A stenographer wrote to an oil dealer to dispatch 10 tons of kerosene oil. The month of June is the hottest month of the year. The machine was sold by the salesman at reduced price since it was out of date. Everyone would like to listen to the daily evening news bulletins. The regional seminar on negligence of workmen has done a pioneering work to help the workmen of various factories and mines. It has impressed the working class as well as the employers to pay their dues in time and allow them to form and register their unions with the registrar of societies. The employers often misuse their authority, abuse their powers to suppress and oppress women workers, even in the name of maintaining peace. Workers' health schemes, legal aid facilities, meaningful wages, creches for women employees, and proper planning can ensure equality, peace, and harmony in the various factories. However, due to high prices, the purchasing power of the factory workers is going down and the real value of coin is shrinking. The government is worried over this issue unless The employers help the government. Nothing meaningful can be done for the workers. The employees' union should realize the difficulties of the employers and behave responsibly to the advantage of the workers and the employers. Then only they can produce more and get meaningful wages through all these welfare schemes. The extension of the date of submission of applications to the national institution has been announced today. The educational institutions, however, will hold examinations for admission to various classes. The expansion of colleges and institutions is possible when the admissions to various classes are over. The supervision for all the examinations will be done by the principals or vice principals of the extra departmental institutions. The admission will be given to those who secure the first 30 ranks in each course initially. No reservation will be given on the basis of caste, creed, color, or sex. Many boys and girls of our educational institutions are afraid of their annual examinations. The examinees have to reach the examination halls in time, otherwise, the chief supervisor can debar them from taking the examination. The question papers and answer books are given to the examinees with the supervision of the chief supervisor or the officer in charge of their examination hall. Directions given in the question papers are to be read carefully and followed. Every examinee tries to solve every question to his full satisfaction. A warning bell is struck 15 minutes before the collection of answer books. One has to write fast as a stenographer, lest he should leave any question. The examinees are advised to revise the answers and stitch up the extra papers with their answer books before the time is over. When the time is over, the chief supervisor has to take precautions to collect all the answer books and put them in a sealed cover. The description of each examination is given on the envelope. Often, such situations arise when examinees reach the examination hall when the time for their entry is over. In such situations, the decision of the chief supervisor is final. In exceptional cases, he can exercise his discretion in their favor. There was a time when there were no examination halls or the examiners. The teacher of the class was the sole authority to judge the ability of his pupil. Now, the whole scheme of examination has been rationalized and norms of examinations have been fixed. There is a department of examination or an examination department in every institution. Information is given to the examinees well in time, giving the dates of examination for each subject. Since sufficient time is given for study of each subject, the examinations are held satisfactorily today. There is no dissatisfaction in the institutions or the examination halls with the innovative methods followed for examination.